Hello, everybody, and welcome to the How to Train Your Dragon AU by Snoopsneeb. Now, this is blowing up recently. Everybody wants me to look at this, and it looks like a lot. Let me just say that. These are all videos, so I'm not sure if you can really pause these. Honest to God, been a hot second here. Looks like there's audio here, so that's good. But yeah, we're just gonna jump right on into this. I'm not too sure what we're going to exactly expect from all of this, so yeah. So let's see here. Phase 1, no noticeable differences. Slight increase in thirst or decrease in appetite may occur. Okay. So toothless, looks fine. Phase 2, 3 to 5 days. Their tear ducts, sinuses, and ear canals begin to leak fluid. Appetite is nearly gone and thirst is greatly increased. The dragon will become lethargic. Does it affect multiple dragons, though? Or is it purely dragons? What the frick? Phase 3, 1 week. The eyes begin to fail, the scales of the dragon fade, and it will rapidly lose weight. The dragon will only move to drink. It's far too weak now to do much else. This stage marks the doom of the dragon. It can no longer be saved. What's gonna happen to him, though? What the heck? Oh, shoot, zombie dragon! Days, phase 4, 9 to 12. It is at this stage when the eyes rot out of the head and the scales fall off. The inside of the mouth dries and shrivels up. It would be far more merciful to kill the dragon now. Otherwise, it will only continue to suffer as its roaming consciousness is eaten away. Now, I'm not exactly a how to drain your train. Ooh. Phase 5, 2 to 4 weeks. It appears that the dragon has finally died. It is alive and hostile. Freaking God, we got a foghorn for that. I'm just gonna let this kind of run itself real quickly here. Okay, this is starting off super duper strong, though. I just wanted to look through it so I can follow the stages one by one. Audio does get a little loud here. That is crazy. So they get back up. So zombie dragon. I have mad respect for that last one right there. That last slide right there with the... It's just dramatic. Okay. Hold on, let's see if I have a better font for the closer thingy. Not really, it doesn't look like it. Nope. Pardon me. I'm trying to see if any of these are close enough. Oh, that one's kind of nice. A little too much though. That one? No. All right. We'll just do this one. We'll just kind of go with this one. We'll just let it play. So, Stormfly. Yeah, you know what? No, do we... Oh, God, do I let the audio run first and then read it? Or... Oh, the questions. No, I'll let the audio run after I finish it. Stormfly status is injured, so yeah. Not infected. Stormfly was attacked by Toothless's husk. I'm certain of this, for we share similar bite marks. We? We share similar bite marks, as in you and me. She shows no symptoms of the illness after weeks of being bitten. Not me and my team will continue watching her closely. She's showing signs of trauma, clearly distraught by what she experienced that night. I'll let it run. So, okay. So Stormfly's doing okay, so it's been going on for a while. Okay. So there is a gradual escalation here. Barf and belch. Status is infected stage 2. Barf shows the symptoms of the illness. Perhaps if he's removed, the other head can survive. Oh, that's kind of screwed up. They look both pretty bad if you ask me. I mean, we got some little vomit here, but they're both going to suffer from it, I swear. Oh, frick! Oh, frick! Unsure. Barf was successfully removed with sedative, of course, and after a few days, Belch has no symptoms. We're going to keep him in quarantine, and I'm keeping the head to study. That's morally screwed the frick up. Oh, poor dude. Status deceased. I cut open and studied Barf's head. What I found sickened me. Crawling in the nasal eye cavity and in the tissue where what looked like white worms. No, that's correct. They were only a little larger than maggots, but longer in shape. Perhaps this illness is parasitic. Maybe it has to do with a certain body of water or even the fish caught in it. Note, they don't like being incinerated. I wouldn't like being incinerated. Weird. And I'll just let it run one more time here. That's freaking wild. Whoa! Whoa! Wait! Whoa! Whoa! This audio is starting off way too strong. Light Fury, uninfected. The Light Fury has reluctantly allowed Hiccup to fit her with Toothless's old gear so they can find and dispatch him. She's still reluctant to attack the husk of Toothless, but she allows Hiccup to ride her and look for more information about the illness. She's terrified. She's freaking mortified. Oh, that's it? God dang. They're straight up scared. Ew. So it is fish-based. It did come from the sea. And it's from the same lake. That should be plenty for what? 4-2? Oh. What? I'll let it run one more time. It's kind of dark. And it's from the same lake. Oh, I'm guessing this is what happened. They went looking for Toothless. I don't think that's him. But I think that's like what they're doing right now, though. I'm not sure. I could be completely wrong. Dude, these are good quality. The Snafflefang. What the frick? Oh man. The Snafflefang husk is especially dangerous in... You know what? I have an idea. I'm gonna zoom in. Let me pause real quick. Okay, we're back. I zoomed in really close, really close, so we can hopefully read this just right. This is gonna be bigger for you folks than it is going to be for me. A snaffling husk is especially dangerous in wide open spaces. Upon detection, it will charge. You have a better chance in a forest or hills, but it will still destroy everything in its path to reach you. Most often, an infected snaffling's tail will fall off as the corpse moves due to something the host's failing body. I found that in the later stages of the infection, the fully grown parasites grow root-like appendages that connect to the dragon's tissue to hold it together. It seems that the tail is just too heavy and rots off too quickly for this stage. Frickin' Christ. Going above and beyond with the audio. Oh, that's like Jurassic Park. I respect it. Is that all? I'm going to assume that is the end of the Snaffling's tail. Okay. And then I made a smaller version here. So it's not as close up, but it'll hopefully work. Wait, I'm sorry, what the Boneknapper? I thought it said the Bone Clapper or something. Boneknappers are relatively easy to avoid. Just stay out of boneyards and burial grounds. Even if you find yourself in their territory, most of them have become more skeletal than their armor and are simply too weak to ambush. Still, you should be careful. The ones that can't run will still wait for you to get close enough to strike. Out of curiosity, I threw a stone near one of the hiding Boneknapper's husks. It burst up and snapped wildly, throwing other bones around in the process, then just sank back to hide again. Okay, so very territorial, just kind of work around it. That's what the thing looks like normally. You got that Minecraft skeleton effect? Okay. Whoa. Whoa there. Okay. My filters don't work for this one, so we're just gonna read it like this. Sorry, it's messy. Yeah, that's okay. I didn't think squirrels could be infected, but then I came across this one near the deceased Bewilderbeast's former lair. The ice has began to melt in his absence. I suppose this one was hibernating when the worms thought just enough to burrow and reproduce beneath its skin. Luckily, I saw it before it could bite my head off. It sparked and hissed, but I don't think it can use its lightning without burning its parasites. I believe these dragons may have remnants of their former consciousness, but it's been rewired to preserve its own parasites. I'm not certain, though. I hope Hiccup returns soon. That is a wild-looking creature. The skrill? Not skrill. Huh. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, there's it. There it is. Down there. There's teeth. Oh, it's gone. It's probably fine. Oh, okay. This is an interesting one. Yeah, that's good. The dragon was spotted in the woods near our village. It acts wild, and from the head bindings, it looks like it escaped from Grimmel? Grimmel? What? Grimel? Is that correct? Perhaps the death gripper? Is that also correct? I don't know my dragons. Venom in its system. Prevented infection, or it just hasn't shown signs of illness just yet. Lost travel. Species Nightwing. Frick. Like I said, Nightwing. I don't know. Like I said, frick everything I know. I don't know squat. The Hunter. Species Night Fury. Status is healthy. Oh, of course. Oh my god. This Night Fury has been spotted on occasion hunting something infected. Dragon husks. It won't let any Vikings near it. But someone must care for it because its wounds are something too, and it's been given protective spikes. This dragon has steel-plated claws that amputate the limbs of its foes while its plasma recharges. I only got one good glimpse of it. Okay. Different species. Oh, frick, what are you, runaway? This death gripper was found during a trip to an island full of infected husks. I was wondering why we weren't seeing as many infected dragons when I came across this death gripper, spitting acid on and consuming a natter husk? The acid must kill off the parasites on it, making it safe for the dragon to eat. This one is definitely one of Grimmel's. and I think it's one from the group that attacked Toothless. I believe this became because of its scars and missing arm. Despite these injuries, the dragon is still quick and eating well. Good for it! Good for that dragon. Holy cow, you are colorful. This light fury was spotted a few weeks after one of our something death grippers were found dead. I believe this dragon was at and acted in defense shown by the missing skin. I'm not sure. Hold on. Sure took its wings because that scar is much more healed than melted face. When it turns invisible, its missing face are still something. I don't know. That's how it got the name. It looks like, I don't know, something's ghost's face floating around. It startled a something of Vikings, but hasn't injured a hope they don't mistake it for infected dragon and kill it. I don't know why it's getting cut off here, but what can you do? Whoa. It's okay. I know you're scared. I won't let anything else happen. Dang. That's depressing. Oh, what the freaking word is that? The Typhoomerang? The Typhoomerang. An infected Typhoomerang is much less of a danger than I thought. I didn't even think they could get infected due to their hot nature. I suppose those affected are old or sick, so it's a rare occurrence. I believe that because of their size, it takes much longer for the parasites to shut down the brain, but will stay weakened and damage the body as they progress. I found this one with its head raised as if it were stargazing. I almost didn't notice it until I realized the breeze was the beast's breathing. It didn't notice me. Count your lucky stars. That thing looks like it's gonna hurt you. And breathy. Yeah, please do not breathe in my direction. The Thunderdrum? An infected Thunderdrum. Holy cow. The Thunderdrum is a much different threat than its former self. It doesn't take long for the decay to destroy the dragon's lungs and vocal cords, so deafening foes is no longer an option. Beaches should only be visited if necessary, because these husks now tend to hide in sand and mud. If any unfortunate victim wanders too close, the beast will snap them up in an instant to provide its hive with more nutrients. Curious, the behavior is like that of a sand wraith? Sand wraith? A hive? Snaptrapper. Infected Snaptrapper's collection of heads. Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind. Don't all get infected at once. This was proven by the one I came across at a river bank. One head had died, but not from the plague. It seems to have been bitten by the other, already infected. I don't know. Heads, another head on the other side, still hasn't quite succumbed to the illness. It's mid-stage, but too far gone to save, even if I tried to find it. I followed the sickly sweet aroma it emitted. Like poison flowers, it didn't smell as nauseating as other husks. I sent some dragon riders to dispatch it. So is this story being told from the perspective of Hiccup? Is this like his journey? Exploring, looking at the infected dragons, trying to find out what's going on? That is a good question. You are probably... Oh. Yeah, you're screwed. Huh, maybe you folks can work with this. I don't really know. I don't know. Hiccup. Hiccup? Oh no. Don't, my boy. Oh, okay, he's okay. Probably? Wait. Wait, whoa. Hiccup, tell me who did this. You think you can kill him with that? If you tried, Toothless would rip you apart. No blade can kill him now. Oh, that's actually a scary concept. The light theory can't help us anymore. Oh my god, wait, what do you mean? My boy, how did you survive? Let's just say he had a little help. What? What? That is freaking crazy. Oh, now we are real close up. Holy cow. What? No! No! Oh, God, that is good. We're gonna jump to the YouTube real quick, see if there's anything I missed, and we'll play the videos out just in case. But yeah, BRB. Okay, so here we are on the creator's YouTube channel. I'm just gonna let each of these videos kind of run. I'll talk. We'll kind of go over it, see what kind of happens. I'll get our thoughts out of the way and stuff, but yeah, we're just gonna let the video run. I already did all the reading and parts and stuff, I believe. So we'll just kind of take a gander here. Warning, gore and body horror. I'm looking forward to it. So Toothless. Three to 5 days. So this all started from some maggots from the ocean, which I am guessing, I forgot what they called it, but that big dragon that lived inside that mountain or whatever, that island cave, I have no freaking clue. I forgot what they called it, but apparently snow and ice from there perhaps melted into the water, infecting the wildlife, the fish. And then dragons eat that said infected fish, and then they become hosts to this disease. That is what I think is happening here. They'll show the... Oh, that's horrible. That's unfortunate. That's kind of sad. That's really depressing. It's like having a dead Siamese twin just stuck to you. Well, half of one, I guess. I don't... Frick, what do I know? Yeah. Hookfang. You are different. You, sir, are different. I did not see you. Snotlow and Hookfang have stepped up and act as Berk's main defenders. Gobber even fashioned some makeshift armor for Hookfang out of some shields and scrap metal. Hookfang does not hesitate to scorch any husk in sight. So that's the name of the infected, the husks. He offers even more aggression to Toothless. Rotling husk. But I've seen how difficult it can be for Hookfang to rest, likely in fear that another corpse may attack. Okay, so can this disease affect any other types of wildlife though, right? Clearly, there's something about this parasite that resurrects the dead corpse or plays with it like a puppet master. The parasites and their hosts have a strong aversion to heat, which leads me to believe that's why Hookfang hasn't gotten sick, despite eating fish from what my team suspects is infected water. I think his habit of setting himself ablaze is what kills the parasites before they can take hold. Smart. I like that. That's clever. So they got kind of an Ice Age parasite problem. Meatlug. I remember this guy. I loved him. He was so cute. All of the mess going on has left Meatlug nervous. She's been more sensitive to noises outside, and she's grown much more protective of me. I make sure to cut open, check, and cook her fish before she eats. It's time-consuming, and she doesn't like the wait, but I can't afford to lose Meatlug to the parasites. I don't trust anyone else to check her fish either. It's a good thing that her main diet consists of stone. There's no risk in that meal. Frick, I don't know. Eat the infected snow, see what happens. You gotta get to the rocks first. Cloud Dumper. What? Is that no, it's Cloud Jumper. What freaking name is Cloud Dumper? It's Cloud Jumper. I see it. It's a J that kind of goes into the D goes into the J. Volca and Cloud Jumper have returned from an expedition through what was formerly Grimmel's territory in order to free the remaining trapped dragons, despite sending terrible terrors with warnings. She had told me she hasn't heard news of the recent plague up to now. After explaining the issue to her, she seemed very distraught. She's familiar with this ailment. She said that before. The death of her allied bewilderbeast. That thing. She occasionally saw dragons with the symptoms that were quickly dispatched by other dragons, or even frozen solid by the Alpha himself. Cloudjumper doesn't show any signs of the illness right now, but I'm keeping an eye on him. I'm glad we are also doing the YouTube. We are learning a lot more than what I could have learned. Uh-oh. Diluted change wing. Is that what's called? Change wing? Acid, cup of ale, and water spoon. Acid, Cloudjumper status is infected stage 2. It's been 6 days. It took a day longer for Cloudjumper to show the symptoms. It may be due to his larger size. Volca, my team and I have been working tirelessly for a cure. While it's still possible, we've been keeping Cloudjumper subdued with herbs and meat so he won't feel pain while we try to drive out the parasites. That's very thoughtful of you. I drilled some small holes beneath his horns and his snout plates to flush his sinuses with salt water, heavily diluted change wing acid, smoke heat, then more salt water. Between these skull and sinus flushes, we keep him in a tamed fireworm nest where the queen can watch over him. Well, he something recovers. I'll write more. Something starts to improve. If he starts to improve. I think we've done it. We finally had a breakthrough. Cloudjumper, although weak and dehydrated, has regained his appetite. He also seems more energetic. We're going to keep flushing his system until we can be sure that he's safe from the parasites. I theorize that this method won't work for the aquatics and non-fish breathing dragons. Nightmares, skrills, even if they're not fire-based, their electricity heats them more than the parasites can handle. Skrills are also notably intelligent, which helps, and most other high heat and boulder class or glass? I don't know. Dragons are safe. Fireworms are completely immune on a darker note. I've received more and more reports of something infected dragons. I pray it's just paranoia among the Vikings, but I can only expect the worst and hope for the best. For now, the fireworms are our best hope to cure our dragons. Skull Crusher. Well, like I said, I'm not familiar with really any of the dragons. I've seen the movies. I've watched a show on Cartoon Network, but that's as far as I ever got, and I haven't watched it ever since then. It's been absolutely years since I've seen anything How to Train Your Dragon related. Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. Skull Crusher status not infected. I found a new way of catching infected dragons in their earlier stages. Thanks to Skull Crusher, I learned this after Skull Crusher grew anxious and even defensive after catching the scent of someone's Snafflefang? I don't know. It appears that the rumblehorn's keen sense of smell can detect the toxins produced by the parasites. I'm going to deploy the use of rumblehorns to check everyone's dragons so they can be cured before it's too late. I'll ask for volunteers and let them take turns sniffing for the illness, as it's too stressful for the rumblehorns to be doing this for more than an hour at a time. I don't blame them. You never know which dragon might end up getting sick. You don't want to get sick. Interesting. The cured. I've been constantly perfecting the cure and methods with each sick dragon found, but there's still only a 70% chance of survival at best. Only some of the cured dragons have no lasting damage. The vast amount receive lifelong impairments. Many of them lose their sense of balance and coordination. Even more are left blind. I'll keep developing the cure. I just hope Hiccup and the Light Fury return soon. It's been over a week. Oh no, I think we know what happened with that at the end of the Instagram slideshow. Figure number 1, Snafflefang or whatever found to later show symptoms days after Skull Crusher found it. Blind, otherwise fine. Figure number 2, cured. Hobble grunt? What? I don't know. No lasting damage, I think, is what that says. Windshear. That... Okay. Heater arrived almost a week after the message about the parasites was received on Berserker Island. She was instantly helpful despite having no prior knowledge of the parasites. She wanted to bring her brother, Dogger, like I said, don't know, but he apparently had business to take care of, whatever that means. Heather's most recent journey was to the Wing Maiden's Island. They taught her a lot regarding Windshear, her razor whip. They both lived together in harmony, after all. Upon her return, she told me something astounding. Razor wires are apparently immune to the parasites. This may be due to their sea slug diet, something to do with the toxins. Whatever the case, I must research further with Windshear and the slugs she eats. Maybe even attempt to contaminate her to confirm this theory. Why would you voluntarily want to screw them over? As exciting as this is, I'm afraid to something. Oh no, there's more videos. We're gonna cut to those. Never thought my work would gain so much support. What started as a silly trend became so much more than I can imagine. I love each and every one of you, and I'm honored to have you all here. Honored that you could make it. How about that? Honored that you made it. It's been a tough journey, but I couldn't be happier. I plan on going as far as I can with this, all because of my support you all have given me. You all are my baby girls forever. I'm glad I could be your baby girl. Just say it. Absolutely glad. There's 3 more videos, so we're going to jump to those. You know, I'm actually really amazed that this series has existed for months and I never really knew about it. There's a lot of infection AUs and stuff that are out there I forget about. They come circling back. This one I didn't know existed at all. There's a lot. There's a lot. So this is the second. I think this is going to focus purely on story and stuff. A lot to cover. The same lake. Or 2. I think that's Toothless. No? Ooh. You found him, girl? Come on, go get him. This is the right place? Okay. I know you. He could have set up camp. Hiccup. No, Hiccup and Astrid. I don't really remember anyone. Oh my god, he's the 1,000-yard stare. My boy. I was so worried. Wait. Who did this? Blah, blah, blah. If you tried, Toothless would rip you apart. No blade can kill him now. What do you mean? Life Fairy can't help us anymore. How did you survive? Little help. Who is that? Oh, the flashbacks. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's horrible. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus. Oh. What the dude, he is not recovering from that. No. I have to make sure it's in order, so pause again. Okay. I read this one, yep. I'll pause if we see different stuff. This is a lot nicer to read. A sand wraith. This is different. Infected, I think it is. An infected sand wraith often takes a curious measure to repair its dying body using sand rather than blasting it at enemies. It instead patches up the opening scars on its flesh. This always ends with a sandstone statue with an infested carcass inside. They can't move very quickly during this process, so it would only be a threat if it catches you off guard. It looks as if they decay faster while encased in sand. Weird. That's kind of cool. You look different. Holy frick. That's like a velociraptor looking thing. Speed stingers are a very big threat during this time. If one's infected, the rest are sure to follow. Under the plague's effects, this dragon becomes much more aggressive, fast, and deadly due to their size. They fall apart rather quickly and end up running so fast at their victims that their legs may fall off upon impact or slowing down. Any areas populated by these dragons should be avoided at all costs. If the pack should find you, pray to Odin that you are given a quick death. That sucks. That's unfortunate. That is bad. Imagine being so fast that your legs fall off. Get snapped. The Typhoomerang, I did this one. I really appreciate it when creators of these stories go above and beyond. It's the unneeded extra detail that can bring your creation to life. I really appreciate it. I think this is different. I caught another new behavior later on in the same night. I found the unfortunate dragon, other Typhoomerangs, had gathered around and seemed to be performing some sort of ritual to say their goodbyes, almost like a funeral. They knew not to get too close, but they all spewed fire up into the sky and lit a chorus of cries and shrieks all through the woods. Once they were done, after a few hours, they put the dying Typhoomerang all right to kill off the rest of the infection. Then, as soon as they showed up, they flew off into the night. I wonder if they knew the heat would kill the parasites. Perhaps they're even more intelligent than we knew. The Death Song. Ooh, he's got some... Holy cow. Whoa. No longer able to control its amber spit, an infected Death Song will leave a hardened trail wherever it goes. From its jaw hangs the dried amber that leaks out, and sometimes causes the mouth to stick shut. Upon observation, I found that they still try to sing. Despite their lungs and vocal cords failing, for hours it will stand with its mouth agape, or a gap. Desperate to sing despite losing its mind to the plague, all that comes out are hisses and an echo at best. They hunt their victims similarly to how they would while alive, but I'd prefer not to repeat the sickening process. I doubt I'll sleep well tonight. So does hearing them make you die or something? Death Song? I'm guessing most of their names are pretty synonymous with the actual dragon. I don't know anything. If folks want to comment down stuff about unique dragon facts, let me know. The so-and-so does blank. Pretty graphic. Honestly, it feels like I am reading an actual journal, like documentary style. Timberjack? Oh yeah, you're a Jersey Devil looking thing. The Timberjack functions as an organic guillotine upon infection. No longer able to fly, it entangles itself among the trees in thick woods and waits for an unfortunate victim to cross its path. Any animal or Viking will be decapitated, or depending on the state of its wings, impaled. This one caught me off guard and left me with a nasty scar. How do you keep surviving contact with these things? If this is the same person. One of these things is going to kill you. I'm just saying. I like that East Dragon species. There's a lot of dragons in the series, I know. But that's a lot of unique infected forms. All due to some maggots. Oh! That is way too close. Take a step back, sir. Okay, this is the final part. Whoa. Of the, It almost seems different, but it's not. I hope Hiccup returns soon. This is the last part of the series at the current moment. God, I love it. I love the designs on these. It's screaming at me and I don't appreciate it. Stop. Stop screaming. Yeah, the Bewildered Beast Slayer, though, is what I was trying to say earlier. The Scauldron? Whoa! You're cool looking. We haven't seen as many Scauldrons as I thought we would, but it still happens at least once a week. They beach themselves on our shores and frighten our livestock. They no longer spit boiling water, but they still seem to have the instincts for it. Instead of water, they spew their own rotting fluids at any moving creature. Thank you, I appreciate that. It's cold and sticky, and I haven't found a solution for the smell yet. Almost each time we see one, its jaw cavity has rotted and fallen off. It seems as if they're still somewhat conscious and able to somewhat feel pain. The village complains of the noise when they show up, mostly at night. That is crazy. That is crazy at how many and how widespread this thing is getting. Like, once a week. It's been going on for a while. Just the dragon zombie plague. They're bound to rot eventually and stay dead, right? Right? Whispering Death. Holy cow. Whispering Deaths are the first recorded dragons to specifically prefer humans, particularly the weak, old, and young. We need to find more defensive nocturnal dragons that can chase them off, because at night they seek any openings into a house while the village sleeps, and will try to snatch Vikings from their beds. They actually found 3 victims so far, 1 being an elder of the village, and 2 being children. The children survived after being cut from its stomach and are currently recovering. They keep telling us that the dragons told them secrets, but can't seem to explain what they are. Dragons don't speak, so this is likely just a fear-induced hallucination. But both of them are saying that, and are they a part of the same family, though? See, if it's a multiple case type of thing, right? It's probably got to mean something. Whispering death. I get it, though. That sucks. If you got zombie dragons breaking into your house, meaning they aren't exactly brain dead, it means they're intelligent. Enough as a basic animal would be to hunt for food. At least. Don't break into my house. Uh-oh. Whew. That's horrible. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. The Boneknapper. I think I read this one. Love the Minecraft bone sound effects. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh my god, right on me bones! The wounded. I found that the bites and scratches from husks, while not infectious, are still dangerous. Unlucky Vikings have been getting necrosis and severe infections in their wounds. I'm going to recruit some Scauldron riders to help any of the maimed prevent infections. Okay. I wonder how Gothy is handling this plague. I should visit her soon. Yeah, okay, so this is kind of what we have learned from this part, is that it doesn't infect humans. I also find it interesting that dragons are obviously classified as a dragon, right? But that's a whole species thing. Like, there's a lot of different species, subspecies, and stuff like that. So that makes me kind of concerned on how they're all kind of cross-infecting like that between species. The Snap Trapper. Did I read this one? Yeah, collects heads. Well, I tried to read it. The Cavern Crasher. That's a pretty cool name. They call me the Cavern Crasher. That's a solid name. The Cavern Crasher is surprisingly quick in the caves. You can tell when a cave is infected if the walls are sticky and red rust colored. Some of this sticky substance can form something similar to webs. It is incredibly flammable, so if you have a torch, you should keep an escape plan in mind. Or you can just kind of throw the torch into the cave and then just let the whole place go, right? This substance is a mix of the dragon's foamable mucus and its own bodily fluids. Be light on your feet, too. These dragons are very quick and keep their collapsible rib cage even after death. They will snap you up and drag you deeper into the cave until your body gets crushed from the narrow walls or until you bleed out. Another warning, you can't wash the smell out of your clothes. That's gross. That's kind of weird. It's like, so in this universe, it's basically a whole new world of infected undead dragons. No longer living dragons. All the remaining dragons are deceased. Oh, Parasite. The egg and larval stage of the parasites aren't very dangerous yet. This stage is completely unnoticeable. I believe that once the eggs hatch, the larvae use the sticky proteins they produce to stick to the stomach as their mouth parts develop. I got focused up there for a sec. At the adolescent phase, the parasite digs through the stomach and climbs up to the brain. The dragon will likely feel itchy, but not quite painful, yet as the parasites are still tiny. Once they reach the brain, the symptoms begin. The adult stage is the most common phase found in almost husks or flesh husks. This is pretty nasty. At this stage, the dragon is essentially a walking corpse. This phase is long and skinny? Skinny, Long and skinny, with vein-like tendrils that stick to the bones and tissue of the husk to keep it mobile. Oh, it's a Neurax worm. They work as a hive mind. I think they bite. I had to step on it. Final stage. Oh, so they kind of connect like little nervous systems. Ew. That's cool. I still want to know what happens if you get one of those inside of a person, though. Oh, wow. Armorwing. I didn't think Armorwings could become infected due to their intensity. Oh, I think I read this one already. I'm not sure. Blinding Flames. But this one was a special case. It must have been sick or dying like the Typhoomerangs. It seems like the metal and weapons on its hide have sunken into the decaying tissue. I wonder if it's the congealing bodily fluids holding the armor together, or perhaps the films produced by the parasites. This dragon, when giving chase, will lower its head and somehow impale it. I think I read this one. This one's face was almost completely bone, charred as of the dragon was trying to save itself but could no longer withstand its own flames. That's depressing, but if it, I guess at a certain point, it doesn't need your brain at a certain point. If each, oh, my God. That was not expected. Snafflefang. We did this one. I know I did this one. Jurassic Park all over again. This is probably worst case scenario Jurassic Park, if I'm being honest. Oh my God, that is such a wild plot idea. You know, cause they're bringing back dead creatures from the past, but like, what if they brought them back and they were like zombies and crud instead, cause it's a dead creature already? Oh, that's wild. That's kind of nuts. A smothering smoke breath husk colony is like a trip to Niflheim, I don't know. The smoke they produce isn't as hot as the living ones, but it's even more suffocating. The smoke smells like a charred, rotting corpse and stings the eyes and orifices. It may cause infections, so if you come across smoke that doesn't feel quite warm enough, leave the area. If the ground is obscured by smoke, use a long object to test the ground. If you fall into a nest, pray that they will reach you before you choke to death in the putrid fog. Yeah, that sounds like me. Oh, that's it? That's a bummer. We'll just stick with this hiya. I made Toothless and a frog. Well, that was good. I genuinely enjoyed that. That was interesting. Very unique. God. Yeah, no, that was, each one of those was super cool. I'm confused with the story, right? But I think that's to be expected. Obviously, I'm not all too that familiar. But I do like it for what I do know of it. The way it's going, beautiful. It's just beautiful. I just love it. I just love it. That is a fun, unique story. But yeah, I don't really have too much else to say. Yap. Yeah, no, that's good. I love it. I really do. I'm a huge fan of that. Want to see more designs. But yeah, folks, I hope you all enjoyed that. That was certainly a unique experience, and I will catch you all in the next one. And if you do have any theories, or perhaps you have some lore you would like to share yourself, maybe you're a how to train your dragon expert, throw that stuff down below. Help a fella out, and everyone else in the comments too. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.